Welcome back, everybody. Again today we're joined by Mr. Dan LeRose, who spent 20 years in the insurance industry as a field adjuster and also worked his way all the way up to the property claims manager for his company. So today, Dan, I want to ask you and to talk about the importance of documenting the contents of your home or your business. Again, we talked about the insurance contract. It says right there in all insurance contracts that one of the duties of the insured, one of the conditions is that the insurance needs to be able to produce an inventory of all items they intend to claim and to be able to substantiate what those items are. Great idea. Everybody agrees with that, but almost nobody does it because it's a pretty arduous process to get it done, and these days nobody's got the time to do it. And so this whole idea of time, it seems to me, the time involved in the claims process, everything is about time. If you go into the contract and read, it says right in most contracts the insured has 60 days to provide a proof of loss statement along with the inventory of the items they intend to claim. Now, if this is an entire household or business full of items, 60 days is not a very long time.
That's right.
So, in general, how long does it take people to do this once they come to the understanding that that's their responsibility? How long does it take them to get this done?
Well, when you have a large fire loss, most insureds are working, so their jobs don't stop just because they've had a fire loss. They still have to show up for work. They still have other activities that they've committed to. And at this point, you're dealing with probably what insurance companies refer to as a cause and origin investigator, somebody who wants to come to your home and try to determine how the loss occurred, especially if it's a fire loss. You're going to have to meet with the adjuster. You may have your agent may want to meet with you. And so your focus initially in a lot of cases is on the building, on the home, on you have to meet with a contractor, et cetera, et cetera. That takes time. And often what happens is then people realize they have to put an inventory together and they think, well, where am I going to find the time to do that? So what I have seen happen is that sometimes insureds focus so much on the structure, they don't give the contents the right amount of attention. They may put an inventory together, but they forget things. They look at some items that may be in the basement and they say, I'm not going to worry about those, yet those things have value.
Yes.
So I think knowing ahead of time that you have to provide an inventory, it makes sense to try to establish that inventory well in advance of a claim. You never know when it's going to happen, but it's a good idea to have that inventory ready so that you can present it to the company and it'll just speed up the claim process as well as save you a lot of time.
Now, let me ask you a follow-up question on time. Let's say the insured claimant does have a comprehensive inventory. They have it documented, they've got pictures, they've got a room-by-room itemized inventory, they've got everything accounted for on a total loss situation, and the adjuster hands them their claim forms and says, just fill them out and get with me when you get them filled out, thinking it might be 60 days later, minimum, before they do it. And in 24 hours, the adjuster has their completed inventory and claims their loss statement in hand and is ready to start the settlement process. Has the insured just flipped it on the insurance company, and now the insurance company has a set amount of time to really start getting this thing put together and settled?
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of states have insurance regulations that indicate that companies need to respond to documentation within a certain period of time. So it absolutely puts the ball back in the insurance company's court, and the clock starts to tick. And in most cases, as an adjuster, if I see a detailed inventory sheet, I'm excited about it because I know that I can get that valued and get the insured paid a lot faster.
So this really makes your job easier.
It absolutely does.
You'd be happy to see these type of people come along.
I'd be excited to see those type of people come along.
Dan, again, today we thank you so much for your valuable input on these subjects. I know that our audience always looks to outside experts to kind of validate our whole business proposition here. So we thank you very much for your input today.
My pleasure. Thank you.